Hi, family. Welcome back. Welcome. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing great. It is another lovely vlog. Today is Sunday, and I am starting my morning with making breakfast. And I am going to be preparing stuff to cook in the afternoon. My daughter Maeve has her GAA match this morning as well. So the idea is to prepare stuff that I'm gonna cook for dinner because it is away match. So we're going to be driving like far away, about an hour. So I would like to get things ready that I'm going to cook in the afternoon, because I know when I finish driving and coming back, I will not have the same energy I have in the morning. So whenever there is a away match, and if I have something to cook for that day, I prefer to prepare the stuff, so when I come back it is easier to just get on with it. The plan for today is to make Nigerian stew and also cook moi moi. Very ambitious plan because those two things take time to cook. So yeah, I am trying to prepare my tomato. I'm blending tomato. I am blending with onions, sweet bell pepper, chili, habanero pepper. So I'm just blending everything that goes into making stew, just getting it ready. And yeah, welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Justina. I'm a mom of three beautiful, lovely children. I am originally from Nigeria. Moved to Ireland when I was younger. So yeah, okay, this is my beans. I am taking my beans out from the bag. I bought these beans in Nigeria. If you live abroad and you buy Nigerian food, please, is it just me? The food has increased in prices. I'm not joking. It is scary. The food has like double, not even like with a euro increase, it has doubled in prices for African food. But anyway, thank God we went to Nigeria and we brought some food over. I'm actually thinking of how to send some food over from Nigeria. I'm doing some research to find out cargo companies that send stuff, because the food in African shop, it is no longer a joking, a laughing matter. Like, this thing has increased so badly that I'm wondering, are we going to continue eating African food? But yeah, I'm going to be doing some research on how to the best cargo company to bring stuff from Nigeria, because I feel like that's the best way to save money. Anyway, the first thing you do with your beans if you're cooking moi moi is to find the sand, the stone, and take it out from the beans, because if you don't, when you finish cooking it, your food will be filled of sand. So yeah, I have done that, and I am going to be transferring the beans inside a bowl of water. The main aim of this is to leave it to soak a bit, and then it is easier to peel out the back. But now you can also use food processor for this. I always prefer old method of doing stuff. I don't know why. I feel like my mom is always in my ears telling me, do not be lazy. The old way is the better way to do it. Anyway, yeah, I am washing out the beans. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. So after washing out my beans, it is time to start blending it. So I am just going to blend it with onions, or you can add red pepper, you can add whatever to it. You can add sweet bell pepper to get the color up, to get it bright and red, but I am only going to blend it with onions. And the idea is to fry the tomato and add some tomato inside it when I am mixing it for when it's ready. When it's time for me to cook it, I will add some fried tomato into it. Or you can blend it with sweet red bell pepper. Okay, so I am just blending everything up at the moment and pouring it inside the bowl. And yeah, I love moi moi, but the process of cooking moi moi can actually be a nightmare sometimes. So it is a kind of food I put away till on a day that I'm really craving for it, and I really have the energy to make it, because it is not a lazy preparation. You know, it needs all your time and focus if you're going to cook moi moi, but it is the best thing to eat. Anyway, now we are in the park. It is Maeve's GAA match, and we're in the park now. We are back from the match. I am in front of this shop to see if I can pay my toll, because when you travel in Ireland, if you take the motorway, you have to pay the toll. If you don't pay it that day, if you don't pay it the same day, then the prices will go up for some reason. So I need to come and pay it. And another thing, like this match we went was away match. It was like far away match, and we left the house around 12:30. The match was supposed to start at around 1:30. We left the house around 12:30, and then the match did not start until 2, because people were not, they were waiting for some people to arrive. And then we got home now, it's 4, and going to after 4, and I am tired. I was preparing to cook before I left. I have boiled my tomato to make Nigerian stew. I have blended my beans to make moi moi. So I'm gonna put all that even before I left, I put my beans in the fridge. So I'm gonna put everything in the fridge and just leave it till tomorrow, because at this point my system is no longer with it. Like, when you're doing something and then you go somewhere and come back, it's like, oh, don't talk to me. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, don't talk to me today about cooking, because the sun has drained my energy. The driving actually drained my energy. The driving is like hour travel, hour back. That's like a lot. The driving has drained my energy. The standing under the sun has also drained my energy as well. So I'm not sure I'm not sure that I'm in the mood for it now. I'm not sure that I'm in the mood for it. So I'm thinking of leaving everything and putting them in the fridge until tomorrow. I don't even know what we're gonna have for dinner this evening, but I can figure that out. But let me go and pay my toll because I just don't want to pay extra charge on them toll. I took motorway going because I was trying to get there fast, but when I was coming back I took the normal way because nobody have money to be spending and paying the government toll for no reason. I just want to pay my toll. I did only one journey, just going. Okay. What is even my rev? Oh shit. Oh. I think I have a picture of it. So guys, this is the next day. the next morning after dropping the kids, and I am ready to cook our food. But yesterday I was so tired yesterday. I was honestly so tired. So we're back to it. I added vegetable oil in the pot. I allowed it to get hot, and then I added onions and let that simmer for like 2 seconds, and then add my tomato. And you know the gist. I am going to fry the tomato until it is dry. So now I am taking all my protein out from the fridge, because the best thing I learned how to do for myself is whenever I buy meat, any meat at all, I just prepare it that day. I take that day as a day to prepare the meat, and which has been so helpful for my cooking. And also, if you don't know, I have underactive thyroid, so I'm learning how to manage my energy, because my energy is not the same, and I'm just not joking. My energy level is not what it used to be. So preparing stuff in advance is a good way to manage my energy. So whenever I buy meat, and I do go buy the meat on a day that I feel a boost of energy, so I go buy the meat and I prepare the meat. Like I can buy a bag of chicken, a bag of turkey, and prepare it, or buy a huge amount of beef and prepare it. And that has been so helpful in my cooking, because then when I'm cooking, I'm not worried about preparing the meat first before I start cooking. So now I finished frying the tomato. I took out some tomato because I wanted to add it into my moi moi. So I added Maggi, I added dry chili, I added mixed seasoning, I added thyme, I'm adding curry, and I'm giving it a good mix. And yeah, my tomato has fried completely. If you're cooking Nigerian jollof rice, Nigerian stew, please make sure you fried your tomato very well, because in that way it does not leave a sour taste. So after that, I added a bit of salt, and I added the water from my meat. So what I do when I cook those meat, I also keep the water aside, because we use the water of the meat for cooking. It is a delicious part in our cooking because it comes with all the juicy stuff from the meat. I mean, you can't throw that away. So now my stew is simmering. It is now time to go in for my moi moi. So I brought out my moi moi from the fridge, put it in a bigger bowl, and I am adding the fried tomato that I took out earlier, just to give it a little bit of color. And now I'm adding my my Maggi. I added sweet. I added the mist seasoning. I can't talk. I added mist seasoning, curry, chili, thyme, and the crayfish. Don't forget crayfish. And now I am adding the meat water again. It is the important part of cooking. You have to always keep your meat stock because it is the best. And then I added some more tomato sauce, and then I added oil. So everything is ready to go. I am using a bigger pot. We usually put banana leaf under the pot just not to allow it to burn, but because there's no banana leaf here, I just added foil under the pot because this makes it not to burn. So now I am scooping the beans inside my foil bag. And back home we cook this with banana leaf, which is very tasty, but there's no banana leaf. Actually, I want to buy a Moi Moi cup. I'm gonna ask them if I'm gonna do the cargo. I'm gonna ask them to buy me about my Moi Moi cup because it's the easier option to make a Moi Moi. Because this foil bag, I have to prepare the foil bag in order to use it. So what I do is I cut the foil I fold the foil first, I cut it into half, and then I still, how do you say it before I bite my tongue? I fold the two corners of the foil, and that gives me the bag. So I am finished putting the moi moi in the bag. It is time to cover it, and we are going to cook it for 40 minutes at least. And if you're not sure, the best way is when you finish cooking it for 40 minutes, check it, open it and check it. If it's still liquidy, put it back. If it's hard, then it is ready to go. And the best way to do it is to take the last moi moi you put in, not the first you put in because the first has been cooking. Take the last moi moi bag that you put in and open it. If it's hard, then it is time to take everything out from the pot. Anyway guys, this food is ready. And I hope you're ready to dive in as well. Look at that moi moi, is looking beautiful. And yeah, let's add in our rice, and you know what is about to happen next, so stay tuned. So guys, we are done. We are done from making the food, and it is time to dive in and do what we know how to do best. You know why we're here. Let's demolish like kings and queens. Now that is the food. Come and eat. um, the sun is practically on my face on this angle. I don't know. Yeah, maybe like this because the sun is shining all over my face. Yeah, come and eat. Oh, the sauce is looking juicy, not kidding. Oh, and it's tasting good as well. Now, Let me try the moi moi. So this is the moi moi. Mm, super delish. Mm, mm, mm. The sun is going in and out. I don't know if it's going to rain. The next minute is too bright, the next minute is dull, so I don't know what's going on. Ooh.
So guys, who? Oh, excuse me. So guys, it is finished. We are done, and we totally demolished like kings and queens. Yes. Thank you anyway for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all on my next one.